Jason Dewey's. What is the last thing you've recently learned?
How to pronounce Latin in standard Oxford pronunciation. I'm taking a Latin class. My first session was Monday. I wouldn't say it's something you need, but it's very helpful in various areas, especially horticulture. Of course, English is so indebted to Latin through French that one learns a great deal about one's own language through learning Latin.
Lawrence Ferlinghetti. What is the last thing you've recently learned?
That the overpopulation is the problem of problems and underlies all the other problems, political and ecological and social, that are besetting the world these days. The root of the problem is that people still have this basic instinct as animals to reproduce, and it's just a basic instinct, and it's an absolute taboo to say that you can have a baby. Women get particularly upset by this. I just wrote a poem called Breeding Blues that I'm going to be reading tomorrow at a festival. I do it with a guitar and with a guitarist, and the poem upsets a lot of people, especially women. Below even the level of the debates, even the most leftist people in this country won't really tackle this problem. They won't face up to it, where I believe that there should be the ultimate socialist rule passed in the United States and worldwide, limiting everyone to one child. One child should be the maximum of every family. The trouble is the United States tax structure is such that it rewards everyone for having a child. You get a tax benefit for write-off for every child you have in the United States. So that should be completely revised so that perhaps you get a tax benefit from the first child, but then after the first child you should have to pay the state to have the child. Of course, there's not a politician in the country that dares propose this. I mean, the morning radio here said that there's going to be a 30% increase in the amount of automobiles in the Bay Area within the next 20 years. A 30% increase. Well, this is directly related to the population explosion.
Lee Fondren. What is the last thing you've recently learned?
Not to waste my time, not to compromise my time for money, actually. But what I'm learning is that my time is limited, and that I do have to choose not to waste it.
Ken Weller.
The last thing I recently learned, well, I was reading about black holes this week. The black holes out in the universe where light, when it's close to the black hole, it goes in to the black hole, and when it's far enough away, it can go away from the black hole. But there's a point called the event horizon where light just goes straight. And it doesn't go in, it doesn't go out, and it just goes straight on by, and it's stuck going straight. So I think there's tension in relationships that way, where between two people, where sometimes you are almost caved in, or you're attracted to something or someone so much that you just sort of implode into it, and sometimes you're repelled from someone, but there's that magical place where you just like the way this concept works, that I'm feeling it, is just that there are times when you give too much to a person, or you let yourself get sucked into someone else and you lose your sense of self. And there are other times when you keep too much of yourself and you can't give. And there's this place in the middle where you're giving yourself to someone, but they're not sucking too much of it. And you have that balance in the middle. Not that it's in the middle truly, but that it's a balance between what you give and what you get.